Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, let's quickly make this baby girl dress with lace and trimmings in front. We'll be needing Ankara as the net, lace net. We'll need lining. Of course, we're going to need the ribbon for the sewing, the one that is used for the design. We need zip, we need the tape, and we need the scissors and chalk for marking our measurements. Now, this body has already been measured. It has a length of 11 inches. Then the frontal neck depth is like 3.5 inches. Then that's the armhole. So this is this back with the zip allowance of 1 inch already marked. So I placed it together to measure and trim out any excesses so that it can rhyme. So now this is the Ankara I'm using, folding it right side in. So the wrong side is where I'm placing the Ankara on. So I'm going to cut the Ankara according to the measurement of the lining. Don't forget the length of the bodice is 11 inch. I'm using it for a 3-year-old girl. Yes, it will size a 3-year-old girl with 11 inch bodice. I'm measuring it here again for confirmation. Then the shoulder measurement is that's 9 on the 44.5. Then the armhole depth is 5 inch. Then the width, that's the chest region, is 26 inches. So divided by 4, that will be 11.5. So now I'm cutting the bodice out, placing the lining on the Ankara and cutting it out. That's the front. I'll fold it again to measure and cut the back. I'm cutting the back here. So let's get the Ankara out of the way. I'm going to place the back aligned, then the front. So this is the upper bodice now. I'm marking the shoulder slope 1 inches down. So it's going to like slip well on the shoulder. So after I align, I'm making sure the 1 inch for zipper allowance is left. I'm going to cut the neckline now. I'll start with the back, although it wasn't marked here, but I usually use 1 inch for the back. So I'll just measure 1 inch down and curve it. So I'll cut out the back first. Cut out the shoulder slope. Trim out the shoulder, like the excesses. Measure to be sure that the measurement is correct. I remove the back, then I'm cutting the front neck depth. The neck depth for the front is 3 inches, while the one for the back is 1 inch. So I'm measuring again to be sure. See, 11 inch. Measure again, 11 inch. So now I'm dividing the back bodice, like the zip allowance. That's where the zip will be. Next step is to take the sewing machine. Now this is the belt, like to fasten the dress at the back. I'm cutting out, so you need to tie. So I'm measuring to be sure the number of inch. You can use whatever inch you like. Now this is 4 inch length. No, 4 inch breadth. Yeah. And 24 inch length. So it's going to be 24 inches long. Yeah, I'm ironing my Ankara. I usually just iron, so it's going to be fine. So that even as I sew, it will look like as I sew, I iron. I sew, I iron. Even before I sew, I iron. Just so that my clothes can come out well. Now this is the net. It's chantilly. I use chantilly lace here. So I'm going to place the Ankara, the front bodice. Just cut out the neckline, the neck depth, the shoulder, then down. So now what I did, that was the down was 2.5 inch, then the upper part was 3.5 inch. The lower part is slimmer than the upper part. It's a slant. So when I open it now and place it, you see what it looks like. Look at it. So it's like a V. So that call it V. It's just slanted. And that's the bias ribbon. I used the shiny one. The suede ribbon rather. It has glitters on it, so just so you can like glitter and shine when you're wearing the clothes. Now I'm taking to the sewing machine. I'm done here. So this is the back now. I'm going to put the lining and take to my sewing machine to sew the neckline. I'm done here. I've ironed. See? Neatly ironed. That's the back and the front. So the next step is to join the shoulders. I'm going to show you how to join the shoulders, so it's going to be neat. So you put the back inside the front and cover with the lining. Like you open that one, put it inside and cover it up with the lining. Take to your sewing machine and sew. I'm done sewing here. And we're going to now like cover the armhole. You know, it's a sleeveless dress. So you have to like cover and sew the armhole. So we don't open leave the edges broad like that. And it's going to give it a neat finish. We open it the way I'm showing in the video. I know many of us already know how to do this, but for the sake of beginners that are learning fresh in this video. Look at how it's opened. The wrong side. Open it to the wrong side. And just sew the armhole area. Like, sew it this way. Simple and short. Take to the sewing machine and sew. Now I'm done sewing. I've turned out the other side, so I'm just showing you how I brought out this part now. I'm pulling the back through the front. Let's look at it here. Nice. What I'll do now is to take to the to use my pressing iron it so it can be flat and nice. That's what I've done here. So now I'm going to like join the sides together. Same way I cover the shoulder area, like put the inner one inside and cover it up with the lining like that. I don't know if you understand. Just so remember to put your belt, the one I showed you earlier, the part I cut 4 inch and 24 inch long. You put it in between, like as you cover. See, I'm covering it here. I'm going to put my belt. Look at it. Put my belt inside there. And so you can see now the upper bodice is done. Front, back, the belt attached. So for the back, we're going to like cut out 1 inch or 3/4 inch towards the zipper area, the zipper allowance, just to avoid the bulge that usually shows in dresses. You know, because the front is usually like longer than the back. See, when I covered it here, you can see what I'm saying. Like I cut out 1 inch towards the zipper allowance area. So it's going to have like a slope. Now this is the lower bodice, the skirt part. I'm using Ankara, I'm using hard net and the lining. So the measurement for the Ankara lining and hard net is not the same. Like now this Ankara now, it's 14.5 inches. The lining will be about 12 inches. The lining is 12 inches. Then the net will be shorter than the lining. So the net is 11 inches. So in a way, when you sew the Ankara, the net will be in between the Ankara and the lining. Now I've pleated the Ankara to the upper bodice. Now I'm going to attach the net length. So look at it, I've attached the net here. Now I'm going to cover it up with the lining. So I'm going to sew it from the back in the way that after sewing, the lining will cover the net inside the Ankara. If you watch closely, you'll see what I did here. See, By the time I finish pleating, it's going to cover the line and the net inside the Ankara, so that that net part will not itch your daughter's skin. So I've done that here. So by the time I open the lining that way, it's covering the net and it's giving it a very neat finish. So you can look at it. No visible sewing outside, like the inside is looking neat and sewn well. So now after all, the next part is to put the zip. We measured 1 inch for the zipper allowance. Make sure it's aligned, like that line is aligned, so that by the time you attach the zip, one part is not jumping and the other part down. So I'm going to leave about 12 inches for the zip and sew the remaining part and attach the zip. I don't know if you got that. So now the zip has been attached, and voila, our dress is ready. Pretty dress for your princess. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.